It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Thanks so much for allowing us to stream into your home during these very remarkable times. It is an honor and a privilege to have this sales department meeting with you as the CEO and having a conversation with your sales department. We know that this will, number one, be a good use of your time. And number two, our promise is you'll walk away with at least one idea that you can use immediately inside of your sales department that's going to help you not only connect, not only change your sales strategy or adjust your sales strategy, your sales messaging, and your sales system so you can drive more business and more revenue. I'm super excited. Now, every morning we start off with our philosophy, and our core philosophy as a company is success leaves clues. It's not a new idea, but it's a philosophy that we've adopted that has helped us over time. And that philosophy says, if success leaves clues, then there's footprints out there. So let's take a look at a business case study that we do every morning. And let's look at the challenges the CEO had, the successes they had, and let's adapt best practices in our business. So let's go and get started with the business case if we can. So when Chris Farley first stepped into the world of retail back in 2003, this is for Pacers, by the way, he admits there was much he didn't know. Now, he was only 27 years old at the time, fresh out of college, by the way. He found himself working as a junior programmer in the Department of Justice. And while the job had stability, what it lacked, and it's a critical element that maybe you find yourself in, the job lacked fulfillment. And every day felt like it was just another boring day. He was just going through life, and he wanted something that made him feel vibrant, something that made him feel alive, something that made him feel like he had meaning in the world, that there was a real cause. So here's the deal. He was doing lunch one day. Guy goes for a walk, and he knows there's a sign in the window of Pacers Running, which is a running store, a local running store for him, and it called for a part-time job. He said, sounds pretty good. He walked inside, he applies for the job, and soon he found himself part of a team helping folks not only understand how to run, but have the shoes and have the resources they need so they could run, and it became a community. Now, this part-time stint, listen to it, because this is very important, it involved something more significant. You see, Chris discovered that this environment not only acknowledged his passion for running, but it provided a chance, and this is what I want you to hear for your product, a chance to connect with a community that shared his passion. Now, his enthusiasm for the role, it led him to a pivotal decision. In a bold move that really surprised his friends and really defied conventional wisdom, Chris decided he was going to buy Pacers. Now, imagine this. You're going to quit your government job. You're going to become a CEO of a company. You're going to buy a brick and mortar, and you're going to make Pacers, your brick and mortar, your full-time job. Now, this is when the sales comes in. Because one, it's a testimony to his belief that he wanted to follow his passion, a choice he wanted to live a fulfilled life, a choice he saw himself as a future CEO in charge of an entrepreneurial enterprise. But his transition from a government desk into running a business as a CEO, it can inspire us. Yes, it can motivate us. Yes, it says follow your passion, but there was a problem. He ran out of money. He didn't have a sales strategy. Now, he had passion. Got it. He felt really strong about what he was doing. Check that box. He was living the life he always wanted, but he wasn't making sales. And now he had a challenge. He had to adjust and have a sales system because he was going to the banks and he was saying, look, I want to borrow money. I want to borrow it against the sales that we have. Trust us, believe us. Banks said, heck no. There was no sales system. There was no sales plan. There was no sales strategy in place. So here's the interesting fact. The only one on the planet that was saving was his parents. So his parents decided, you know what? We're going to make an investment. We're going to mortgage our home. Whoa. Because we believe in the power of your dreams. This forced him to change and have a sales strategy. This choice forced him to go from just a brick and mortar to looking at digital outlets, to looking at partnerships, to look at other ventures, look at collaborations as part of his sales strategy. So it wasn't just his unwavering belief. It wasn't just his passion. It was having a sales strategy, a sales system, and a sales message that not only sold shoes, because that wasn't what it was about. It was about connecting with the community and them having a holistic experience when they came in. What's my big takeaway for you? Because Pacers today is somewhere that we support wholeheartedly, and it's an amazing running store. 3 things. Number one, as a CEO, take the passion. I get it. Feel fulfilled, I get it, but have a sales strategy, focus on your sales message, and then really lean into your sales positioning and your sales system that allows you to not only sell a product or service, but really connect with the community, have more meaning, have more fulfillment, and change more lives. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you this morning. And every morning we get started the exact same way. And our exact same way is with our mantra. And our mantra is focus on sales. Our mantra is focus on sales. What's our mantra? Focus on sales. It's 3 words. Repeat those 3 words after me. Focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales. Say it out loud, because if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. There's a huge why there. And the huge why is that sales at the end of the day is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money pouring out than there is pouring in. The point I want to make, the point I want to land, the point I want you to get is that selling at the end of the day is very serious business. Selling is very, very, very serious business. This is a serious conversation we're having. This is a conversation that can change the trajectory of your business, of your family, and of everything you've always wanted, by the way. So what's the pledge you have back as a CEO to your sales department? The pledge is learn, earn, and return. Now I want you to repeat those words after me, by the way, because they're so powerful. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from existing clients, in order to get old and new clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. But having this meeting with your sales department, that's us, you showing up for 15 minutes, that's now. We have to have 3 objectives. And it's probably the same 3 objectives you have when you have your sales meeting. But let's go ahead and check in with those 3 objectives. I think they're so important. Number 1 is to have the access. How are we doing from a sales progressive? Do we have movement or do we have progress? Do we have movement or do we have progress? And then we look at the other side and say, wait a minute, let's address some roadblocks. Wasn't that a case study we just went over this morning? We had to address those roadblocks. He had to shift his sales strategy. And then we look at the last one, which is we got to have a 7-figure sales team. So it's understanding how the 5 sales pillars that every CEO needs in order to be successful in this industry. Sales pillar number 1, you must have a 1-page CEO sales plan. Sales pillar number 2, you must understand your sales cycle. Sales pillar number 3, you must have a sales message. Sales pillar number 4, which is so important, the CEO sales dashboard. We're going to spend a whole segment just on the CEO sales dashboard, by the way. And number 5, building that 7-figure sales team. Oh, how important is that? Now, for those folks that are tuning in, and you tune in every single morning, I love to connect with you. Do me a favor. Look right below the video right now and put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here. Just look below the video, put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here is the bat signal that you're in this conversation. Hashtag I'm here means you're tuned into your sales department, whether it's with me or at another time. Or if you're watching the replay, you can't be here at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with us every single morning. So you're tuning in a little later. Maybe you're watching replay, put hashtag replay. And for those folks that are watching online and you're like, yes, Jay, excuse me. Yes, Jay, I want to connect with you. You can see me, but I can't see you. Head over to @IamChayBrown. Just go over to @IamChayBrown right now. Once you get over to @IamChayBrown, go ahead and tune in. Drop me a note. I respond to every DM personally, by the way, and I love doing it. It's so amazing and connected with you. The number 1 question we get asked on a frequent basis is, what's the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? And I want to share that with you because the CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. And our big why, which has not changed, it has not wavered. Our big why is it's all about sales growth. That's why we get together every single moment. It's about sales accountability. And it's about consistency, because we know we have to be consistent. And we have a way to do that, because that can be a challenge for a number of folks. So we say, look, tune in for 15 minutes a day. That's right, just 15 minutes. That's all we're going to ask, 15 minutes a day. And in that 15 minutes, that's 1% of your day. So you look at your entire day and say, wait a minute, 1% of my day, I'm focused on my sales department that generates the cash flow and the revenue that I need in my business. Not a bad deal. 1% of the day, what's our number 1 outcome? Our number 1 outcome is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. Now, this is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. You earn an extra $100,000 a month because you're in this conversation. Now, we shift over. We say, wait a minute. If that's the case, I've got to take a look at Number one, what do I measure? What do I manage? How do I know if I'm there or not? So we created something to help you with that, which is the CEO Sales Dashboard. And the CEO Sales Dashboard is a way for you to measure and manage. Here's a philosophy we have. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So we create the CEO Sales Dashboard. It's an Excel sheet, which we're going to show you in a minute. You can go over to www.ceosalesdashboard.com and you can download it. And it's going to be 5 indicators that we look at. So you only have to measure 5, just 5. Leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. Just 5. That's it. That's all you've got to be worried about. It's just those 5. And let's look at those right now. Now, open up your CEO Sales Dashboard. Some of you, this is what you wait to do. Some of you do it every single morning with us. And when you get there, let's look at the left-hand side. So go find today's date. Once you find today's date, come down for those that are doing it for the first time. And then you can plug in leads. How many leads came in? How many appointments came in? How many offers? How many deals? How many was just repeat business? Now, the reason for doing is that you can take this and you can only measure your top product if you want. You can measure your product you're just launching. You can have multiple products and track them. But let's do a drill down just in the area of generating leads for a moment. And I want you to imagine you went over to that category right now. You found today's date and you put down how many new leads came into your CRM system yesterday. How many leads were engaged in your CRM system yesterday? How many referrals were you able to generate yesterday in the sales department? This is all about the sales department. This is all about the sales department. It's all about the sales department. You can even say, well, wait a minute. How many leads have I qualified in the sales department yesterday? What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. The CEO Sales Dashboard, we've been using for years with our clients. It's now yours. Go get it right now. CEOsalesDashboard.com. Then we move to a segment called Celebrate Wins. I love to celebrate wins. What's working? What's not working? What changes do we need to make? Where do we need to adapt? Powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. Number one, what were you most proud of yesterday in the sales department? Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday in the sales department? And number 3, what's the one thing you want to brag about? Like, it's time to brag. It's time for you to step up. You can't wait to step up right now. Yes, powerful people ask powerful questions. We're acknowledging our wins. We're acknowledging what's working. Oh my gosh, isn't that so nice? And then we shift to the other side and say, wait a minute, Shay. There's some hurdles out there. There's some challenges. We did a business case study on this morning that says everything's not going to be perfect every single day. So powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So now we're going to go to the other side and say, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? Go ahead and write that down in the sales department. For those that DM me over at I am Che Brown, at I am Che Brown. I love getting the DMs. I respond to everyone. What's preventing you today from moving forward? And then my favorite. Oh, they're all my favorite. This is really my favorite. What's the one thing you can do today that if you did it, it can move the business forward? You're the CEO. It's all on you. This is on you. You know, my message of the day is focus on lead generations. My lesson of the day is focus on your evergreen prospecting sequence. What's the sequence you're using to generate and get in front of people who have an interest, want, and desire in what you're doing? And when you focus on the evergreen prospecting sequence, which is how are you prospecting? How are you getting in front of people who have an interest, want, or desire? So you can at least share how you solve a problem. What's your number one system? Like, step back right now and say, man, what is my number one system? And go ahead and write that down now. When you do that, then you will see your sales go up, 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 up in a way. With that being said, my name is Che Brown. It's an honor and a privilege to serve you. Thanks so much for welcoming us into your home. We appreciate it. You're amazing. You're incredible. You're a CEO. Keep showing up. Keep tuning in. Keep focusing in this conversation. I believe for you, your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. With that being said, my name is Che Brown. I'm out. Peace. Make it a great day. We'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. Bye-bye.